Check this out. This is all the old turbo parts that come off the GT86, and let me tell you, it is super rough. Pretty much anywhere where you see there is this black looking soot, you know that it's had major exhaust leaks. And I wouldn't be surprised if this was the main cause for terrible starting issues. So bad that my customer has been thinking about selling this car just because it's been giving him such a hard time. I mean, like, I can appreciate the effort. I mean, look at that. Really? They missed that. Everyone knows how important a good seal in a turbo system is. Everything is just so bad. Like, how's this? Damn, you can even see that the ports don't even line up correctly with the flange. And it's like this on both. It's really bad. But look how nice these progressive log style manifolds are turning out. You see how the flow is prioritized. Some think that these don't work, but let me tell you, they work great. Look how nice this merge came out. I love this transition, how it optimizes flow. It's really such a shame that these headers didn't work out. I mean, you can see how much effort these guys put into this. It's not easy stuff. It's just too bad that was so poorly executed. Moment of truth. Let's see how this fits. Too easy. Look at that. Perfect. It's just too easy, man. It's like it was always meant to be right from the beginning. Now you can see how perfectly aligned this outlet of this manifold is to where this crossover pipe needs to be. As it goes underneath, it's going to join. This one's going to come from there. It's going to loop back and come out to where the turbo is. And that's where the crossover pipe is going to go, right here where the turbo sits, just over here. Some of you actually wanted me to show you what's up with this Buell. Super cool bike. I've actually had Buells for the last 3 years. I've had a few of these XBs. This one came to me in a bit of a state. I bought it off a guy, had clutch issues, stories with a primary. They've got their own issues, but I actually painted this bike in January this year. Beautiful color. It's a pearl white and then the pearl blue. It uses a pearl white as the base for the blue. Like I said in my previous video, I built the exhausts for these Buells, and then actually I'll show you 2 other Buells that I'm busy working on at the moment as well. We have the Buell 1125 CR. This bike's an absolute beast. I built the pipes for these as well. I've sold a few actually. Some went to the States, some went to Australia, another one went to France. So a few of these pipes have moved. And then this red rocket over here is the EBR 1190. It was Eric Buell's, I guess you want to call it, race division. But now since Buell is back in business, they're still using this 1190 platform. So right now I'm in the process of developing a pipe for this bike. It's going to be an awesome project. Have the good old Japanese bikes. Love this TL. Styling is so awesome. And then this really cool Z1000. Love this bike as well. Actually, these 3 bikes, this Buell, TL, and the Kawasaki, we actually ride those. This EBR, not so much. I really just got it for developing parts to sell. A few of you have also showed interest in this Hilux with the 1JZ. This has been an absolute nightmare of a project, but it's got some really nice stuff I'll show you. Interior has been completely redone. Came out really nice. Even the roof lining, it's beautiful. Love it all. Of course, it's still a work in progress. Yeah, we've got a really nice sub box with a amp mounted, all one sealed unit. Got this cool Willwood brake conversion in the front, And here on the rear, this actually used to be a drum brake, but I also did the conversion to disc and used the Woolwood calipers. Man, the more I walk around this car, the more I'm seeing all the work that I've done. Get a sneak peek of that exhaust. I'll show you something really cool right now. It's a mechanical park brake with the disc mounted onto the drive shaft. That's because I got rid of the drum brakes at the back. There you can see the disc on the rear wheel. Another nice piece of equipment. Big air motor fuel pump. I modified the tank. I added a little sump to it. There, I don't know if you can see, just there in the darkness. This right here, fuel cooler. I've got these inline fuel filters. Really nice fuel setup. Another big project on this was getting this Woolwood pedal box to fit right. Some firewall work was necessary to get it to work. Just to clean up the engine bay a bit, I did a brake booster delete, so now I've added the Woolwood master cylinders. This is front brake, back brake, and then clutch. I went with this setup just so that I don't have to run like, what do you call that? The brake balance valve. Can't remember exactly what it's called. But this allows me to set everything up as I should, since the pedal box has got that balance bar. As you can see, we've got a dual wastegate set up here, since this is a twin scroll manifold, a true twin scroll manifold. Just like I said before about how much work has gone into this. I built this radiator. I did all these leads for the coil pack. I built the intake manifold. I did all of the fuel lines, super high quality fittings and hose. Here's a better view from the headers at the top. It's funny because you can barely even see it. Like I say, it's a better view, but you can barely see it. That's how much more compact it is. Now you can see I have all the space for the downpipe to run down to the bottom there. I'm also going to be redoing that mid pipe. The problem that we had with the previous setup, as well as all the leaks and just poor performance, is that the downpipe was running too close to these brake lines, or at least I felt that was an issue, but that's getting fixed. Here's a V12 Miata. It's actually a bit dirty. I really want to give it a good clean. As I work on it, it's always nice to work on something that's clean. I feel like you get a better sense of pride in your work. You know, in the previous video, I said that I'm going to include this V8 build into V12 Miata content. Well, I'm blasting through this project so quickly that by the time I get everything back from profile cutting for the Mazda, I'm going to be done with this. Also, so that this isn't going to be anticlimactic, the car does start and drive. It was fully tuned. It just had a cold start issue. I think it's because of the really low budget ECU that it had. But once I'm done, we are going to get a good startup and rev up on this with the new system. It's a shame I didn't do a sound before and after of the exhaust system, but I can tell you it's going to be so much better. I'm actually confident that the car's going to start a lot easier now.